When you were a little girl, are your girls like you were? Do you see any? Well, of course, you know, your little baby, you wouldn't see much of anything.
Yeah.
But with Lincoln, do you see yourself in her?
Yeah, we're both very bullheaded yet rule followers, and that's how I was as a kid. Like, I was very like a good girl and a goody-goody, but I was also entirely awkward. Like, I used to want to eat my food next to the dog, but like with my face, and it was like that was the only way I was going to eat dinner. And my parents just kind of put up with it.
They went along with it?
When you have a stubborn child, I know I'm going to receive some of this from my kid. I hated the name Kristen when I was little. When I was about 3 and a half, I said, no more. You will call me Smurfette or nothing at all. And my parents were like, well, we'll see. And then there was a couple weeks where I didn't answer to anything else, which is dangerous when you have a child on the playground and you say, Kristen, come here, and nobody runs to you. So they sat me down and said, this isn't going to fly. And I said, fair enough. My name is now Matthew. And they said, that's not going to work. And so it was a negotiation, and we settled. Annie had come out, the movie, in the early 80s. We settled on Annie, and I was called Annie by my whole family till I was 16.
Annie, really? Till you're 16?
Yeah. My grandparents still call me Annie, my sisters. I still get phone calls to the house.
So people from high school would know you as Annie?
Yeah.
Wow, that's...
weird, I know.
Yeah. That is very weird.
Yeah.
We're going to take a break. We'll explore more of your weirdness. Kristen
Okay.
Bell is here with us. She's hosting the Was Annie a good kid in high school or a bad kid in high school?
Well, she was an awkward kid growing up, but in high school, she presented herself as a good kid, but behind the scenes, I was really trying to impress people by pretending to be bad. Like, I went to a Catholic high school, but I tried to, in Detroit, so I tried to always be tougher than I was, and I was friends with all guys, and I was like the only girl that memorized all the lyrics to Too Short's Betty. And that was, like, real impressive in high school.
That's a very dirty song, yeah, right.
It's not your typical love story.
No, no. Do you remember any of that song?
Sure I do.
You don't forget things like that.
You do not
Give us
forget.
just a little bit of it, and then we'll see if the show gets canceled.
Let me see. Oh, my God.
Is that how it goes?
Right about now in the place to be. Too short, baby. Getting real funky with the dangerous crew, bitch. Like old school. Too short, baby, I'm so hard. Pimping these hoes on the boulevard. But I'm not here to tell you about me. Got a little story about a nasty freak. And then it's so...
Either Annie or Kristen, I'm not sure. Hi, I'm Jimmy Kimmel. Are you sad that the video is over? Well, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you will never be sad again, ever.